Hey YouTube, how the heck we doing? Welcome back to my second channel. This is going to be another guide for y'all. It is going to be Teemo's worst 3 matchups and how to play around them, which is harder than it sounds. If you like this kind of video, drop a comment, like, sub, let me know how we're doing. I'm having a whole lot of fun with these 2 channels, and let's get into it. So these lanes are going to be lanes that I verse fairly often. I'm not even going to call it a matchup if its pick rate is under like 2%, right? Because you can think of a whole lot of things that counter Teemo, but they probably aren't going to be in the top lane, So this is going to be the top 3 matchups that counter you, the worst matchups that are played relatively often. And the biggest boss man is going to be Tahm Kench in the top lane, the unkillable catfish. So the reason why this fish is so powerful is he's a super front-loaded champion in the early game, and Teemo's not. Teemo's a scaler in Season 11 and coming to Season 12. So that's how it works. It's power spiking. Now, the thing about Tahm Kench, how to beat him, is going to be avoiding his tide pool. When he goes to the ground and he pops back up, you have to dodge it. If you do, you can make that work. If you don't, you're probably dead. So to help with that, that's really all the matchup comes down to. I wouldn't be trying to fight him or anything, but to help with that and to survive or win lane or buy time for your jungler or whatever you have to do, I like to rush boots. That's the trick to this lane, right? If you want to rush defensive boots, go for it. Swifties, whatever. I personally just go Berserker Greaves with Pressy Attack, and I go Coal and Cut Down. That's my secret sauce for the Tahm Kench lane. Coal and Cut Down is really good for scaling, and it tricks my brain. When I buy Coal, I'm not looking to fight. I know I'm just scaling. I have Coal. I want to farm. I'm just all in on the scaling. It helps me kind of just process that and keep me disciplined not to take fights. Because even if it looks good, you're still not going to kill him. He's going to kill you. So my go-to is Coal plus Cut Down, and I go PT and Berserkers, right? After that, the game plays itself out with your runes and builds, but this is a matchup where runes and builds aren't really too important, so feel free to go whatever you want. Just make sure you're dodging that little tide pool. You have to dodge his Qs as well, but you can take 1 or 2 without dying. So yeah, that's my worst matchup, but that is how you play around it. I hope that helps. He's still tough. Malphite is going to be the second worst matchup in the top lane, and this is an age-old classic, but I'm here to help. So Malphite is ridiculously terrible for Teemo because he just kind of does what you do better in the early game, right? You poke him, well, he slams a boulder at you and does more damage. You don't have a shield, he has a shield, okay? If he gets on you, he slows your attack speed with ease. So he's just kind of in the early game, and when he first gets to level 6, it's tough, but there are ways to play around it. So the runes you're going to be taking, and this matchup is very important if you want to win it, right? Obviously, you know how it is if you don't take it, but this is the secret sauce, okay? You're going to go defensive rune page. My preferred is Fleet, but if you want to go Grasp, that's fine. You go 2 magic resist runes, okay? And you go Doran's Shield. Now, what this does is you have all that tankiness, and you could survive laning phase, and you can actually bully him laning phase just by playing normally. Auto Q, auto boom. Just keep going at him. If you take Grass, second win is key. If you take Fleet Footwork, second win in the second part with Resolve is key. So you're going to have second win, Doran's Shield. You're going to have double MR runes. And you're going to be having also a Keystone that heals you, right? So this is how to beat a Malphite lane very easily. And you just do auto Q auto. You just play normally. Actually play normally and you win now because you have all that sustain. Level 6, as long as you're above 50% health, he can't kill you, baby. And you still kill him. So that is the secret sauce. With your build, you could go whatever you want still, right? If you want to go defensive, it helps in lane, but I personally don't need it, but like something in Merc Treads is an option, or getting no magic mantle, that's fine. But also you could just go for a normal build. You can go Rift Maker first. You can go whatever you want, really. Yeah, the build doesn't matter as much, but this rune is a secret sauce that will get you to be beating Malphites. Okay, so there it is. Enjoy the free LP. Round out the top 3 annoying worst matchups for Teemo that are picked often. Number 3, Irelia is going to hold down that spot. Now, this matchup, some people find it easy. I don't think that's accurate, okay? Irelia wins everybody. But there are certain maybe ranks or playstyle, I couldn't tell you. But either way, she's a counter pick out of Wazoo. But she is beatable. So Irelia plays around her stun. If she lands that stun on you, you're kind of pooped on it. But if she doesn't, you're looking good. However, she also is a demon level 1. If she starts Q, you cannot beat her. So the trick to Irelia is to get the wave shoving, because even if she starts Q, you have the wave pushing, you can hold her off, okay? So shove the wave ASAP and get to pushing. She can't really kill you. And then level 3, you're going to have to dodge her stun. If you don't dodge her stun, she's going to be killing you unless you're fed. So that's very important gameplay-wise. Now, runes and builds are very important in this matchup. You should be going press C attack if you want to kill her. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very hard. You can get it done with other runes, but it just makes it a whole lot harder. So press C attack's my go-to. Now, for your build, you have options. If you're confident in dodging her stun, rushing Berserker Greaves is going to be able to get you some kills a whole lot quicker. If you're not confident, Steel Caps is still fine. It's really good into Irelia. And on top of that, if you want to go Seeker's Arm Guard for some tankiness, awesome. Again, if you're confident, you don't have to. You can go right into Nashers. But really all it comes down to dodging that stun and seeing where you're at. I think both, you can go defensive or not defensive. I think they're both fine. For your secondary, I think bone plating is really good into Irelia. And yeah, that's kind of like how it works. Level 6, she's going to be able to 1v1 everybody. But if you do have a lead and you have Ignite, you can get the job done. And this counter pick turns into a freebie if she doesn't play well. So enjoy. If you agree, if you disagree, if you feel like I missed a very popular pick that you see all the time, let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know how y'all feeling about this, and let me know when you get LP so I can take credit.